Yo, what is going on, guys? This is your boy Polar here. I'm back with a Infinite Warfare beta gameplay for everybody. I'm here to just kind of go over what I think the beta is like, how I think it plays, kind of point out some major tips, and maybe go over to see what they could potentially adjust in the final stage of the game. So what I'm going to go ahead and go over is just my overall rating of the game, go over some points that I have made out, and just remember that this is my opinion. This is what I think would make Call of Duty better, what they may need to adjust, and your opinion may differ from mine, which is completely okay. But just keep in mind that this is my opinion. So let's go over my first initial rating of the game, 1 through 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. I'm going to go ahead and give this a solid 4 out of 10. And just keep in mind that this is beta, that there are still a lot of adjustments to make prior to the final version of the game before it becomes complete. Yes, there are a lot of server issues and a lot of matchmaking issues, especially within the first 24 to 30 hours of the beta. I know that a majority of the time for the first several hours of the beta being launched on Friday, that it definitely was unplayable. But what people have to understand is that it's a beta, that it's not going to be able to be fully functional upon first launch, especially with a game and a franchise as big as Call of Duty, especially with how it's growing too. It's going to be a lot of turmoil, a lot of action on the servers that not really anybody can predict for such a huge title like Call of Duty. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm not even going to let that be part of what my opinion and why I'm even rating it as low as I am, and I'm going to go ahead and start pointing out a few pointers. Right away, I'm going to go ahead and jump into what I think this game is like and what I can compare it to based off of other games. The best comparison that I can think of that Infinite Warfare plays to, it's a legitimate mixture of three primary games. You have Call of Duty Ghosts, very, very familiar feel to this game, especially with time to kill and so on and so forth, and just the weapons. It feels like Ghosts, but it's also got a mixture of Halo, and in my opinion, it plays more almost like a Titanfall. Now, I say Halo because more of just how the characters are, they primarily look something like that would belong in Halo. It's also super futuristic to the point where it could be right up in comparison as how far into the future that it is compared to Halo. And then also you have things like we're bringing in game modes like Defender, which is oddball in Halo. You also have the Dome Shield, which is the bubble shield in Halo. I'm also saying Titanfall because the movement system actually feels exactly like Titanfall. When I was playing the Titanfall beta, something that Call of Duty did not have was the smoothness of the wall running, the smoothness of the auto mantle system, and especially with just the type of robots that we have in here, and just the more futuristic aspect of it, it falls in line just like Titanfall. I feel like the jetpacks in Infinite Warfare is extremely clunky. They don't feel smooth. I feel my movement, you have to be on a straight burst. You can't necessarily just kind of glide and tap like you could in Black Ops 3. I just feel like the overall movement system of the jetpacks are extremely clunky in the beta. That could also change when the final release comes out, too. We just have to wait and see. A lot of people are complaining about the time to kill in this game. And in all reality, time to kill, you're dying in 3 to 5 bullets in this game. The reason why we're dying so quick is because every single weapon is extremely high rate of fire. So you're just shredding through people at such a high rate of fire, which I feel like this is definitely going to be something that they are going to need to address upon launch date. I think 3 out of the 4 maps that they have released for the beta are absolutely horrible, especially this one, Frontier, that you are seeing that I'm playing on now. This map is extremely chaotic, and it just does not feel like Call of Duty. This is just way too fast paced. There's so many lanes that you have to pay attention to. It's just something that just becomes out of control, and it could be actually classified as one of the worst maps, in my opinion, in Call of Duty history. If there is one positive thing that I can take out of Infinite Warfare Beta, it's the sniping. The sniping is extremely fluent, and I absolutely have fallen in love with the sniping in this game. I think it's just one of the better aspects of the beta. As always, guys, if you've liked this video, if you could please drop a like on it, that would be greatly appreciated. I definitely appreciate any type of support and also any type of constructive criticism. But therefore, this concludes my official rating of the beta that I have thus far. I just figured that I shouldn't have given my opinion until I reached level 30, and then I also played it out just a little bit after, just so I could have everything unlocked and I could be fully disposed to everything that was unlockable in the game thus far. But overall, I am fairly disappointed with the beta thus far, and so are thousands and thousands of other people. overall, there is still a lot of work that needs to be done in order for IW to live up to its full potential. But I think we can all agree into something that I think even the developers have forgotten, that what made Call of Duty unique. That yes, you want to go in the forward of going in the trend of futuristic games, but the reason why everyone fell in love with Call of Duty is because it was different. It was different in the aspect of having boots in the ground. It was Civil War gameplay. It was something unique that there wasn't really much of on the scene. And I think that's what we need to revert back to. And I really hope that somehow, some way, somebody of the higher power can definitely go ahead and view this video and take into some consideration as far as just some pointers that have been brought out here. And hopefully we can go ahead and make a difference in the up and coming titles in the next Call of Duties to come. And this was just my full intake of what I've experienced with the beta thus far. And as always, guys, if you would like to see more content, please be sure to drop that like down below. And remember that this is just my opinion, and hopefully we can get some type of conversation going and see what you guys are thinking of the beta too. That would be definitely very interesting. But if you guys could please leave a like and then any type of constructive criticism down below in the comments.